Historically, America's land has been valued based on its service to the purposes of settlers and distant rulers. Those who arrived at its shores sought little more than to stake claims and to exploit its resources in pursuit of greater wealth and power. Thus, for centuries, the landscape was subjected to the onslaught of an ever-expanding civilization whose aspirations to boundless growth ravaged the natural world. It was through the Transcendentalist movement that America's natural world found reprieve. Transcendentalism primarily arose in response to industrialization. Disillusioned with corrupt societal and governmental institutions, its proponents, namely Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau, espoused a new philosophy centering on individualism, intuition, and the unity and divinity of nature. It actualized these values through societal reform and especially through pioneering a crucial reconsideration of man's relationship with nature. In contrast to their colonial predecessors and to the industrialist elites, these Americans held a reverence for nature for its enrichment of the spirit, critical to cultivating the individualism characterizing the American identity, and thus sought to protect it from the onslaught of urbanization. This desire redefined Americans' perception of nature with respect to its distinctive value as itself, rather than solely for the purposes of mankind. Artists at the Hudson River School, founded by Thomas Cole, energized this break from convention. These painters drew inspiration from the American landscape and celebrated the natural beauty of the wilderness that their forerunners sought to civilize. The Thomas Cole National Historic Site comprises the studio and home of the school's founder and is surrounded by the very sites which inspired his students, such as Cotterskill Falls and Catskill Mountain House. Their portrayals of this natural beauty fostered a greater appreciation among the public for the unsullied wilderness and its natural wonders, contributing to a growing conservationist movement. The conservationists who lobbied for environmental protection were the driving force behind the creation of the national park system. Among the most influential of these conservationists was John Muir, who fostered a spiritual connection to nature and dedicated himself to preserving the nation's natural sites. His home is open to visitors at the John Muir National Historic Site, offering a glimpse into his mind in the space wherein he worked tirelessly to refine his writings and to enrich the philosophy behind his cause. For all his efforts, Muir's ideas were widely resonant, and his flight inspired the creation of many of today's most notable parks, such as Yosemite National Park, which, among wonders like giant sequoias, towering granite monoliths, and grand waterfalls, encompasses the first scenic natural area to be declared federally protected land in 1864, energizing the idea of establishing national parks. The sites of Yosemite, John Muir, and Thomas Cole invite visitors to learn about the rise of the personal and environmental consciousness espoused by Transcendentalists, while exploring their relationship with nature and reflecting on the virtues that historically nurtured an appreciation for the natural world, not for its exploitable value, but rather for a merit rooted in elevating individual consciousness and spiritual enrichment. Amid an era of increasing urbanization, these sites offer a rare opportunity to distance oneself from civilization and to nurture a deeper intrinsic appreciation of what has historically been taken for granted, nature and its wonders as dwindling havens for the spirit.